Good morning. My name is Omkar Singh Rothand and I am a student of Vikramshila IS Coaching Institute, Chaudabiga, Rishikesh. Today I am here to tell you about the act which has been made at the time period of British East India Company and the British Crown. So the first act was the 1773, the Rowlatt Act, and we classify these act into two categories. First, to 1773 to 1858, the rule which is in the hand of British East India Company, and the second classification was from 1858 to 1947 till we get the independence, and this last act was known as the Indian Independence Act of 1947. So in first category there are several acts. The first act was 1773, the Regulating Act. As the Regulating Act itself tells to regulate something. In this act there are several features of this act. First feature of this act was the Governor of Bengal became the Governor General of Bengal, and the Governor General of Bengal, the first Governor General of Bengal was Warren Hastings, and the governor of different presidency like Bombay, Madras work as a subordinate of this Governor General of Bengal. And other features of this act was the power in the hand of Crown gives a upper hand to the British East India Company, and after 1 year in 1774 they established a Supreme Court in Calcutta. In this Supreme Court there are four judges. One of them are main and three are the work as a subordinate judges. The main judge was Alexa Impey and three subordinate judges are Chambers, Leinster and Hyde. These are the subordinate judge of Alexa Impey. So this is the feature of Rowlatt Act of 1773. The next act which is come in India was the Pitt's India Act of 1784. The name of this act, Pitt's India Act, was on the name of the Prime Minister of England and British, uh, whose name is Sir William Pitts. The feature of this act was there was a classification classification of two function, commercial and political function. For the commercial function there was a body called Board of Director which has been made, and for the political function a newly body which has been made was the Board of Control. Next feature of this act was the territory of, for the first time the territory of British East India Company was known as the British Provision in India. So this is the feature of Pitt's India Act. Next there are four Charter Act which has come in India. The first Charter Act was of 1793, the first Charter Act. In this Charter Act the Governor General get an extreme power in their hand to make laws and regulation, and the trade monopoly of the company of British East Indian country has extended up to 20 years. So this is the feature of first Charter Act. Second Charter Act of 1813. In this Charter Act, the trade monopoly of the British East India Company has been dissolved. They can only trade in two things: tea and China. Other feature of this Charter Act of 1813 is there was a budget of 1 lakh rupees which has been come from British Crown in India for the education purpose of India. Other feature is there is a growth of missionaries in India to spread their religion. Next is the rapid or immense growth of Western education in India. Next Charter Act, third Charter Act of 1833. In this Charter Act, the trade monopoly of British East India Company has completely dissolved. The right of trading in tea and trade with tea and China has completely over. Next Charter Act was 1853. In this Charter Act, there was a distinguish between legislative member and executive member of Governor General Council. In this Charter Act, there was an increase of 6 members in Governor General Council or legislative member of Governor General Council. In this 6 member, 4 of them are elected from the local provision of India. And this 4 local provision of India is Bombay, Madras, Bengal, and Agra. From these 4 presidencies, these members are elected for the Governor General Council. After that, there was an Act of 1858, which is made due to the revolt of 1857, which is also known as the first war of Indian independence and Sepoy Mutiny. Due to this revolt, British Crown passed this Act of 1858. In this Act, the title of Governor General has completely dissolved. Governor General has completely dissolved, and the title of Viceroy has been made. The other title was the Secretary of India, which has comparatively more power as compared to the Viceroy of India. And first Viceroy of India was Sir Lord Canning. Okay.